Hello. You thought you'd seen the last of me. You haven't escaped just yet. Neither have any of my players. Welcome to the penultimate episode of Zero G Games. We are more than halfway through an intergalactic tournament, getting into some serious investigative hijinks and etc. Excited to bring everybody through some of the stuff closer to closing. Today, I'm going to have everybody go around and introduce themselves before we start, starting with Serenity, who's on my left on screen.
Hello, I'm Serenity. You can find me all over the internet as Click Clack Snack, she, they, any pronouns, whatever works for you. And today I will be playing Bo, they, them pronouns.
And taking it to Elliot.
Hi, I'm Elliot, he, him pronouns. I play Arkesh, who also uses he, him, and you can find me at Elliot Tabletop on Twitter.
And we will move over to Allegro.
Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. I'm Allegro. I use they or any pronouns, and I am playing our ever-tired personal guide / doctor, Tavor Seni. She, they.
And what about Holly?
Hi, I'm Holly. You can find me on Twitter at RoxasBuddy. I use they, them, as does my character Calervo. I can't think of a funnier way to continue the stomach bit.
I think just mentioning it, like, it sets the scene for us to be afraid.
Of course, it never dies, unlike Calervo.
Well, he doesn't die. They don't die anymore.
I remember dying when I was
just that one time they died. That's it. Just that
when
one.
I was your age,
you just gotta get it out of the way.
Yeah. Unlike
age,
the bit, Quilvro is dead, actually. Unlike the bit.
And May.
Hi, my name is May. I use she, they pronouns. You can find me on the internet as Maybe Mayhem. And I will be playing Cypress Greer, who uses she or any pronouns. And yeah.
Okay. And I am Max. I play everyone else. And I have just finally, after a long wait, compiled how many points everyone has actually gotten from each, every planet has gotten from each game. So I'm going to add up the little numbers quick, and then I will tell everybody what places they are in before we start. I have finally done it. That's brutal.
Has Baruch, Space Florida, won any points at all?
No, they've been rolling pretty poorly.
I like how we were so worried about them at the beginning, or at least, I had a whole thing about like, oh yeah, we're worried about Baruch, and now we're like, actually,
Okay.
I don't know, they could pull something out.
Okay, so in first place right now with 15 points is a Kale, which is Bo's planet. Following them with 13 points overall is Karvik, which is Clairvaux's planet. Tied for third right now with 11 points each are Tomia and Sonata. Then following them with 8 points is Hegemon. Then following Hegemon, Geroncor, Flying People Planet with 7 points, Baruch Fantasy Florida with 4 points, and Smart People Planet Vera Lily with 3 points.
Get good, smart people.
Yeah, I get good. Listen, they don't send smart people to the Olympics a lot. They send athletic people to the Olympics. And you heard it here first. I'm sure many of the Olympians are smart too. I am kidding. We find ourselves today. This is after the kind of grand mid games extravaganza dinner ball sort of thing that you all managed to attend. There were some talkings between some of the other folks within the royalty and like upper class representatives from some of the other planets, and Cyprus was keyed into this by kind of snooping in some messages and delivery business, and Tefora was keyed into this by Quinn, who had received a rather suspicious invitation for a late night meeting after the festivities that day. We find ourselves there with Quinn, who has kind of changed out of the very uncomfortable fancy clothes into normal royal fancy clothes, less conspicuous, to head over to this meeting. And so I will ask, how have you, my good doctor, advised her as like she prepares to go to this very kind of like suspicious thing?
Yeah, I think Tavora's thing is like, okay, A, self-defense. B, do you have a means of like getting in contact with me or sending a signal of some kind if just all of the shit goes down? And so, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm kind of wondering if it would make sense. Like, A, if she would just have those things already, my girl. Or B, if like maybe there's something we could like try to work out, like something that's kind of like a little subtle, that I could either give as like a shock somebody, get out of there, or like a trap, like I'm thinking like totally spies is like getting into my head suddenly. Just thinking about all
No.
the little like secret like weapons they had there.
So, depending on like how far away you intend to stay from this as it goes on, different things can be arranged. You of course have like your communications devices. So those like have, texting and social media capability. Whether you're worried about like that being seen, like if you don't want her to like be on her phone, basically that's up to you. And then self-defense, Quinn ain't no bitch. So you guys have what? Plenty of people took weapons in here. There were gladiatorial events. So yeah, she can definitely be packing. I don't know how heavily they would want to.
That's fair. Tavor is like, I wouldn't carry anything if I didn't have to, but I do, so all of the time. I'm what maybe So it's like, yeah, I think probably we chat like self-defense. You know, we have our communicators. Try not to use it, or at least try not to visibly use it, unless something goes terribly, terribly wrong. And it's important to do so. And I guess I don't know. I feel like last time we talked maybe a little bit about like playing dumb. But like, you should come to this thing, and like, so she shows up and she's like, well, I brought my bodyguard, what's the thing? And then they'll inevitably kick me out, but maybe I could stay close by somewhere.
Oh, you can, yeah, you can come with me and then they can shoo you away. That makes a lot of sense. Then maybe you can listen in, like if there's an event or something, on what's going on.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'm like, what I have to do like some digging?
Yeah, so if you choose to do that, I'll have you make the appropriate roll to try to like find a good spot, like a good vantage point.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that goes. She will also like set you to like you're probably set it, is it already, how you can have like an emergency contact that you can like dial without unlocking your phone.
Yeah.
Like that, so it can like more easily be rung if something is to happen. Then Cypress, you are also actually aware that this is happening from your previous snooping. So I want to give you, and we'll move to Arkesh as well in a little bit, who is you'll be privy that your sister is leaving, knowing your vigilance. So is there any kind of action that you would like to take, like being aware that the meeting is taking place?
Sorry, is that to me or May first?
Let's do May first. I want to give you some more
Okay.
time to think on it.
Okay. Yeah, I think knowing that it's taking place, she's gonna want to find out where, and like maybe just scope out the location and see all who's going. From like a safe distance. I mean, she had also slipped the note to Quinn to be like, something's fishy.
Yes,
And
yes, you did.
believes wholeheartedly that something is fishy. So I think it's going to be a like try to be subtle, but wants to know who's going to be there and try to find a way to eavesdrop.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have you make a roll for that. What skill you're gonna use, I'm gonna figure out in a minute. I think that is gonna be a survey roll. You're assessing the situation,
Okay.
surveying it even.
And as a refresher, I have 1 dot, so I roll
One
2
die.
dice. 1 die.
One die.
And I got a 6. Finally.
That's all right. Great. So, you managed to get there like with enough time. A lot of people are getting kind of unready, and waiting for everyone who like stays out later to like drink and like partake in the festivities until a later time, dance and things like that. They're waiting for all of that stuff to die down. They're waiting for like kind of like the middle of the night. They're waiting for midnight. So you're able to go over there while people are distracted between those two different things, and even most of the staff's focus is on that, so you have full range to like investigate the room, find your vantage point, and that kind of thing. So you've been into like this like royal conference room before to leave and drop off messages. It doesn't appear any different than like you've seen it in the past. But you can look more closely at like you can go into the room and look at like the other doors and see where they go, the vents and like the intricacies like that. On a 6, there is a there's a bathroom attached to the room that then you can access a like a supply closet from within it. So you'd be like with attached to the room technically, and you would likely be able to hear everything that happened in the meeting if you were to stay in that closet. Not to put you back in the closet.
I was trying to think of a good in the closet joke, but thank you for beating me to it.
If you were to stay in there. There's also, of course, being in a space station, you need you need all the air cycling to make sure that everyone can still breathe properly. So there's a lot of ventilation in all of these rooms, especially where important people are going to be. So you follow like 2 vents that are not like so high up, but like a flick floor level vents out to different points in the hallway. And you can follow one further to like another conference room down the hall, but it is a little bit further away if you opt for the room down the hall, so it might be a little bit more difficult to hear.
Okay, I think they're going to opt for the room down the hall because should shit go down, it's hard to escape out of the closet that's in the bathroom that's in the conference room.
Yeah.
So I think because she came from nothing, so there's a little bit of self-preservation there. Like, I want to know what's up, but I also like don't want to get killed or arrested or something awful. So
simply not wanting to die is like more than good enough like motivation for me.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's like I want to know what's up, but like is there anything in the plant or the planter left behind? Any messages?
Let me roll a d20.
Okay.
Nah.
No? Okay.
Nah, nothing else in there. Nothing you haven't already seen.
Okay. Yeah, I think scoping out the room. Okay. And then going to find her little, like, a hiding nook. Or trying to, like, wait till everyone gets in and then go into the other conference room, if that makes sense. So, like, see everyone who enters and then leave. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense. So
okay, cool.
Where are you going to hide as everyone enters?
Oh, because it's just a hallway, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately so.
How do you look inconspicuous in a hallway while trying to like keep track of who's entering a room? That's like normal, right? It's a regular person thing to do.
I don't know. What do you think, chat? What do you think, chat?
Just be a bodyguard. It's fine, you know? Just change
I
careers
just want.
right now.
I have a mental image of both of you ending up at the same vent, and I just want you to know how badly I want this to happen.
Yeah, I was thinking. I was like, would I invite them to the vent? I might invite them to the vent.
We're having a quick party at the vent, real quick. You guys gotta come check this out.
All the people who weren't cool enough to be invited to the main party, we're gonna have our own party.
This is the vent after party.
Remember, it's not on vent; it's at the vent.
At the vent.
It's pronounced the vent. You know, like
the
in
vent.
event.
It's the hottest new club.
It's so cool. We all hang out by it and like just shove our ear as close to we can. Yeah, so I think it's gonna be like
you can go into one of the other rooms in the in this corridor and like look out from that room. There is a possibility of you missing someone who comes from like the other direction. But you can your best bet like logically would be I have like a bad problem as a GM of just like giving people the solution because I like know my own logic and I'm gonna do it anyway. So your best bet is to like just like be by the elevator, be in like a room near the elevator because then you'll see everybody who comes out of the elevator.
I was gonna say like maybe she's loitering or acting like a little bit lost or like has to keep making loops in that general area. Hopefully it's not suspicious, and then eventually making her way to the other conference room.
All right.
So
okay, that is noted.
There's a bit of a plan, but at a certain point, if anyone starts to like look at her weird, she's just gonna go to the other conference room and be like, "Oh, Figured out where I'm supposed to be. Neato burrito.
Before I get to like who you pass, like who you see and who you pass,
Yeah.
now I want to jump over to Elliot. There will be a point in the evening. Bahar was like never much of a partier. That is your brother's ordeal. Distinctly. She'll stay out late sometimes, but like to do things that she deems like classy. If Bahar was like a modern person, she would have an Instagram highlight for every city that she has pretentiously traveled to that has like one
yeah.
of those like the title like screens on them that so that'll paint a picture for you.
Yeah, for sure.
She isn't like making a deal like to hide that she's leaving, but she's not saying anything to anybody. She's just kind of like she's changed and she's like getting like her you know your usual like bag when you go out like together, and she is going to like leave the common room.
She's changed out of her early night dress to her late night outfit. It has a
Yeah.
completely different pair of gloves. It's very important.
Yes, yeah.
To know.
The insoles in her shoes changed. Like
Yeah, yeah. She would. Arkesh is less so a night owl and more a I need to stay awake until my job is done person, and that just results in a lot of late nights. So I'm imagining that like he's not even necessarily like that tired or something, but I would see her like leave. I do kind of give her a look. I'm just like, meeting someone. She's dressed nicely. She's not clearly going to like the kitchen to demand a snack, you know.
yeah, she always keeps her composure, like you know, her physical appearance at these kind of things. And she says, yes, I am actually. An offer that will perhaps be lucrative for Hegemon. So I will let you know if it goes well. Or maybe I won't. And she slips out.
Sisters. I'm going to count to 10, and then I am going to try to sneak after her.
Now, are you counting to 10 to calm yourself or just so you don't get caught?
So I don't get caught.
Okay.
Or just like giving it 10. And I imagine I have like a cup of tea with me or something. I will take the cup with me as sort of a like, oh yes, I'm just getting a cup of tea. I just happen to be going in the same direction as you in case I need to. But
all right.
Yeah.
I will give you the option if you'd like to skulk here. I feel like hunt is a little bit aggressive for this, but it's like kind of what the stat is
scramble
for.
and maneuver.
I don't know if you're scrambling, Chief.
Okay, that's fair.
I think you're a little too put together for scrambling.
Okay, hold on. So I have no points in it, so I rolled 2 and I take the lowest.
Lower one, yeah.
Which is a 3.
That's not horrible.
Yeah.
So you're telling her you follow her for a while. She goes up the elevator. Cypress, you see Bahar get off the elevator. You pass her. She pays you no mind, her in particular. And shortly after that, you see Arkesh come up, which is something that you were not expecting, but you two recognize each other, of course.
Cypress isn't going to say anything unless you approach them.
Yeah. I am going to go to Cypress. Okay, so I got to go to Cypress, and I've seen you around your queen, right? Like that's something you have done in public. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I'm going to go to you, and I'm going to be completely serious about this. Like, have everyone else for the meeting? Have they arrived already?
I'm unsure. I don't quite know what you're talking about.
Okay, so here's the thing. I have an ability on my thing that means that I can tell when someone's lying to
Yes,
me.
you do have that.
Oh,
I've been waiting for that to come up like this whole time.
same, honestly.
It is super helpful when you play Court of Blades. So yeah, this is blatant. This is blatantly untrue.
I'm gonna do like a quick glance around. Is there a near? I know there is like a conference room somewhat nearby. Where's the nearest conference room that is not?
You mean the one with the vent?
Is it the one in the vent with the
there's
vent?
one with the vent that's like down the hallway a little bit. There's like a bunch of like empty meeting rooms and stuff on this floor, and like they have like one of those like I feel like one of those bathrooms that like old theaters have where there's like a room with just like mirrors and like seats for you to like touch up your makeup before like the actual bathroom part begins. I would think that's probably closest to the elevator.
Can I still see the elevator from that
Yeah.
spot?
Yeah. Yeah, you can poke your heads out of there.
Okay. I am going to not grab you, but I'm going to kind of like gesture towards the bathroom space and be like, I think we should have a quick chat.
I think we should too.
Hustle in.
Yeah, it's sort of just like, look, two normal people going to the bathroom together. Wow, not weird. Look at us. Like,
I set my teacup down on like the bench or something, and
you
I'm
have
just
a
kind of
teacup with you?
like,
Oh, that's right, you brought a tea. Yeah.
yeah, I have my tea. Yeah. I'm just like, what do you know about this meeting?
Not a lot. Okay, so there is a meeting. Cool.
I'm like, right to my notes. I'm like, okay.
I know your sister's involved. No offense, she does seem shady.
She's always been like that.
Okay, so that's normal then. Okay, good.
That part's normal.
But Princess Quinn is also involved, and so is Duchess Sax, and I think my queen. I don't know why I'm telling you all of this, but like, I think she sort of just like gets really close. It's like, I feel like I can trust you, but I also feel like I could kick your ass if I needed to.
I'm going to be slightly offended by that, but I'm glad that you trust me at least. We can talk about that other bit later.
Okay. I don't want to. I just want to put that out there. You've been
Okay.
nothing but kind to me. I don't want to hurt you, but like.
Thank you. I try to be nice. There's no reason to be antagonistic. It's just a game. Like, it's a very important game that I've spent most of my life preparing for, but it's just a game.
Sure.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned about it recently. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. Whole thing. Okay, so Princess Quinn. Okay. Arkesh is going to be like, in any other circumstance, I'd honestly be happy for my sister. She needs more friends who she takes seriously and are vaguely in the same socioeconomic status as her. There's not a lot of people like that on our planet.
I mean, you are royalty. It'd be weird if there was other royalty. Does that make sense?
That's true. No,
Yeah.
that's fair. When you put it, I've never really thought about it like that.
You have like you can have like counts and like barons and stuff.
Yeah,
probably, but they're different.
Fire Emblem fit all those nobles into one thing.
She's full like princess status, so. But yeah, I don't know if this is a social call. This felt very.
It doesn't seem like one.
Business, like felt very official, like something's happening. A scheme.
My sister was
say.
wearing her business gloves.
Ah, that's a thing?
You don't want to know.
Okay.
All right, and I'm gonna stick my head back out, real careful. Like, have I?
Yeah. Look.
See anyone else?
Who's gonna be there? Because I have an idea of who's going. Then there's also so there's a conference room down the hall with a vent, and we might be able to hear through it. It'll be tough, but I think we can do it.
Well,
with our combined ears.
It's either that or stay in this bathroom, which doesn't seem very useful for hearing into the actual conference room.
No, I mean this is the nicest bathroom I've ever been in, but
It is actually quite nice, isn't it?
quite nice.
Like you don't need to touch a faucet; you just stick your hands underneath it.
I know technology. So yeah, I think once the door shuts officially, you know what I mean? We can sneak our way down there and have a listen because I'm quite curious on what the, pardon my French, what the heck is happening. So,
What's French?
I saw that coming from a mile away.
thank you. Yeah.
I'll leave. It's fine. Understand. I think after like a quick I'm like, okay, so lead that we'll wait for them to close
Yes.
the doors and then we'll go to the
Mhm.
conference room. Okay. So you said it's Princess Quinn, the Duchess, and then the other Queen. Anyone from oh my gosh, what are the names of the places? I'm so
What
sorry.
are you looking for?
Anyone from Karavik or Akale or any of those places though?
I don't think so. But I think I'm only getting part of this puzzle.
Okay.
So I have a feeling my queen will be there.
Naturally,
Yeah.
if you've been passaging messages. So, how did you find out about this?
Don't worry about that.
So now, as Tavora, as you and Quinn come out of the elevator, you are walking and you hear this talking from the bathroom. And Quinn puts her hand out and stops you. It goes, knock, knock. Like she says it. Like,
To the
we're
bathroom?
busy.
yeah,
we're
she can hear
busy.
her.
I mean, it's an open space. There's multiple door. If you need to use it, you can use it.
We're making out. If you could leave us alone, we'd like to go back to our kissing, please.
Because like, no, what are you talking
All
about?
right,
Okay, I'm just gonna leave the
roll-
bathroom.
all right, roll
Sanitary place
sway,
to do
roll
that.
sway now.
I've left the bathroom. I'm actively not helping with this situation. I'm sorry.
I'm rolling sway,
Yeah.
Gosh.
and that's a 3. Is that not things people say? We'd like to go back to our kissing now.
So Quinn is like waiting. She's like, but aren't you like a thing with the announcer? What's going on here? Wait, it's you. And like she like pushes like further into the room, or into like the bathroom, and she pulls Tavora in there with her, and she has the note that you left her like folded into her pocket. She goes, what's going on?
I don't kiss boys. I'm so sorry, I lied.
Not like, yeah, it's okay. Me
No,
neither.
that's not.
So you two are a thing.
Well, shit.
Yes, I sent that note. I learned some things. I got a little worried. I didn't want to get too involved. I like to be sneaky in the
Princess Quinn,
background.
so what?
Okay, so do you have any idea who else is going to be in it? Are you involved? And she points at Arkesh.
I am making myself involved in this. It sounds like, as far as I'm aware, it sounds like this is some sort of a meeting between some of the nobility from some of the gathered planets. But the thing that I can't figure out is why these planets and why these specific individuals. Princess, if you don't mind me saying, while I understand and respect that you are next in line, your parents are still technically the ones in charge of your planet, are they not?
Yes, they.
Seems like a bit of a personal question.
My parents.
Yeah, coming on strong, Arkesh. Yeah.
My parents went to sleep before the dessert course. They will be retiring soon.
Interesting. but Bahar has never made any indication that she would ever want to take power from my brother. She's certainly ambitious, but not like that.
To my understanding, this is like a rah-rah girl power thing. And that's why I got invited.
My sister told me that she was going to a meeting to help further our planet's mission ambitions during the games. So that is something she would consider a rah-rah girl power hour. That's actually, you
Well, I
know what?
snooped around, and you typically don't put secret messages into plants when it's just a girl power thing, in my mind at least.
You hear the click clack of heels.
You'll just
Who is looking? Who is looking, if anyone?
I will go look.
Okay.
I feel like I'm the least conspicuous person here
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, that is the Queen of Tomia heading to the conference room. Bahar, of course, already went that way because Arkesh followed her up here.
Okay. Well, also, I'm Cypress, by the way. Hi. I don't feel like I've met you guys yet. So I'm not 1,000% sure. That's why I slipped the note. I just wanted you to kind of be aware of what was going on, and so that way you weren't going in blind to something weird. You know?
I deeply do appreciate it, and if I survive to go home, we're happy to reward you. I'm not feeling too optimistic, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
there wouldn't
You're
be
gonna stay
anything.
alive. I
No,
don't
there
care if I
hasn't.
cause an intergalactic incident about it. You'll be fine.
So I scouted a little
Princess.
bit beforehand. There's a vent, and I cannot stress this enough. We might be able to hear through it. But, Princess, if you could stand near the vent on the east side of the wall and talk just normally, but sort of have your conversations from that area so that we can hear and maybe have, like, I don't know, some type of code phrase like cheddar cheese. And that's when we know to, like, spring into action.
I was gonna say the gamey fruit might be a little bit more natural than a dairy product.
I don't know. I just picked a thing, and I was thinking about
That's fair.
cheese because
That's
I'm
fair.
really hungry. But yeah, that's just an idea. If you want to stand there, so that way we can hear what's happening, because I am curious.
Okay, that's done then. I will mention the gamey fruit if something is wrong and I
Perfect.
need extraction.
I'm sure you will. There's no way that they would spill blood of monarchs here, though.
Oh, I
That'd be
for sure
insane.
think they would. Yeah.
Be
Says who?
insane. Says just everything I've read. These games are supposed to be under peace. Again, I understand that this is a very serious competition. I've spent most of my life preparing for these games. And obviously we're all like trained and can protect ourselves, but there's only going to be other monarchs in there, aren't there?
If you haven't noticed, they like to spill blood for fun at these sort of events. So,
And the cameras are
as much as I understand where you're coming from. Actually, speaking of spilling blood, do we know if anyone from what's that one? Karavik? Any other planets coming to this?
I don't know. That's all trying to scope it out to see who's going to be there, because I only knew a handful of like players in this event, if you know what I mean.
My sister didn't mention any names, unfortunately.
Real quick, would I have like a means of contacting Clervo despite us like never like really having like, and we've had a conversation, but like, is there like a people who work detail on
You find each other's like
yes,
IGs,
yeah,
the Twitters,
well, no,
like
I'm thinking more like a directory of like
Calervo might be
point
too
people.
old, like to have like IG. Honestly,
No Instagram.
Holly, I'll let you defend
Clavera
yourself.
uses Instagram like I do, which is post every like 2 months. and just like things.
No, and then they
That's
post
more
like a
me.
screenshot of like the new album that they listen to.
I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah, that's unfortunately
Feeling-
literally how I use Instagram.
I respect it.
Yeah. But I think towards a lot less thinking about like social media aspect and more of just like is there like emergency contact for the different like kind of envoys, and is Calervo the other one?
There
'Cause
is
it seems
a-
like Calervo's made themselves the like
I will
otherwise
say
point person.
there is a directory that you can call like landlines in the different like important rooms. So you can call the Karavik like main room and you can ask for them.
This is about to be so funny. I just put it. Hold on.
Booty call, booty call, booty call.
Why is it a booty call?
Look, if someone called at like midnight and was like, "Hey, is like your friend there?" and like I had seen you two talking during the dinner, I'm just saying. This is Elliot, by the way. Like 100% Elliot. I need to make that clear.
I see it.
No, Cypress
I
is gonna
see
say it. It's gonna look like a booty call. Like, I mean,
But do I look like I give two flying fish of a fucks?
yeah, I was gonna say no judgment. We do what we have to do, and you know,
We do what we gotta do. It's
Yeah.
fine. It'll be fine. I call the Karavic living room, I guess.
All right. You call the Karvik common room. Those folks don't like sleep super a lot, so phone picks up really quickly. Like, hello? I didn't know that we had landlines in here.
Yeah, this place is full of surprises. Security detail for Sonata looking for Calervo.
What'd they do this time? Nah,
You
I'm
don't
just
gotta
fucking with
worry
you.
about it.
Let me get them.
Oh, okay.
And then, like, very loud, Clairvo! Telephone!
Can we hear it on like the other end? Are we
You
just
can
like
hear it radiating
"Ooh."
from Forest phone, yeah.
I I think it takes Calervo a minute. Most of it is just shut up. You don't need to yell. And then eventually Calervo will be handed the phone, and first words out of their mouth are apologies for them. I didn't know we had a landline.
You know, again, place is full of surprises. This is, well, Doc Sunny from the Sonata delegation. I don't suppose you're missing anyone of importance in your envoy space.
Am I? Person who would actually know the answer.
Yeah, I don't think you're protected. Like, I think Karvik's a very, like, take care of yourself kind of place. So
No. Everyone's accounted for?
yeah, everyone.
Why?
Huh. Just curious.
I see now. That's not a question you ask when you're just curious. You don't go up, you don't call someone and just be like, just curious, are you missing someone?
Actually, speaking of curious, I don't suppose anyone from Mikhail is over there either. Who might know if anyone from that planet's missing?
Bo, are you present in the Karavik quarters right now?
You want me to roll for it?
Well, your planets are in first and second place, so yeah, roll for it.
Yeah, what do you want me to roll? I have so many die here.
Okay, let me ask you, do you want to be there or do you not want to be there?
I'd like to leave it up to fate because I'll
Okay.
do whatever.
So let's just do a D20, like 1 to 10, you're not there, 11 to 20, you are.
It's a nat 20. I am big. I am there.
Serenity, I would like to just ask for your consent first. Can I take some mildly suggestive liberty with this?
Go for it. Do it.
You know that at least one person from Akale is here because that's why everyone is awake.
Correct.
Um,
That's part of the reason they had to shout so loud to get your attention.
Yeah, there's 4 people like sitting in the common room, all with like noise canceling headphones on, playing each other grumpily in Scrabble.
These are the best kind of like bunkmates. They're so chill about this. Good for
Like,
them.
Janus is sitting there playing Scrabble, and someone puts down Zealous, and they're like, "How did you manage to get all the letters for that?"
That's a great question.
Calerville will just say yes and no. Yes, there is someone here from
I cracked myself
from
up.
Akale. No, I will not be asking them. I don't want to go in that room.
Oh, okay. I see. Understood.
Can I be walking out for like a water break real quick?
Hydration is important.
Like
Water
a towel
break?
around my neck.
Hydration
like I
is
just finished
important.
working out.
Like the rolled up towel.
Yeah, the sweat
you know, like pat down. I don't sweat. I'm a reptile, but
Well, it's a sweat towel. Like, that's the genre of towel, not the...
Yeah.
It can still be soaked, like...
yeah, it's not for me, but I'm bringing it with me, so it's fine.
It doesn't have to be for sweat.
Go on, yeah. I'm not stopping you.
Calerville just like,
Your character.
great, wonderful.
I have a question.
Bo?
Are we on speakerphone? Like, can we hear everything that is
so
being
glad
said?
I did not make this like a video call.
You cannot video call the landline.
Oh, okay. I mean sci-fi. I don't know.
It's depending.
Oh, I guess so. I guess, alright, it is sci-fi.
No, we did not pick that option. We did not pick the
Glad we
video
didn't
call
have the hollow
option.
I would say they're wearing clothes. It doesn't matter anyway. We're gonna be mildly TMI. They got a cloaca. Who gives a shit?
I think
You were answering questions we
I
didn't
think
know we
it
needed
is
to
it is
ask.
less
Thank you so
what
much, Serenity.
Bo
You are a gift.
has and more just the principle of like Calerville being like, I just want to make this as little contact as possible passing the phone.
Oh. Hello?
Hi.
What's
I'm
up?
gonna guess you're the one from Akale visiting Kavik. Bo, is it?
Oh shit, how do you know my name?
You know, I know many secrets.
Cool.
I don't suppose before your evening activities you saw anything weird from like your friends or your liege or anything.
We don't have
Anybody
any.
else going
It's
for a
desert.
secret tryst?
What about my leaves?
No,
Ask about
no.
who's in charge.
Yeah, your boss. Your boss's boss's boss. Yeah, like are they any of them going to a fun secret meeting tonight?
Hey DM.
Yes.
Serenity, I'm so glad you're covering the mouth part of the phone that the rest of us can't hear.
Hey,
We just all leave call
Everyone
real
take your
fast.
headphones off.
hey,
Secret
DM.
site meeting.
Is there anyone that was missing when I left?
I really don't know if Bo would have noticed.
I don't know.
From what I know about Bo,
Do you take like the same elevator maybe? Like
roll like a retroactive study roll. I know, but that's what it is. Unfortunately, that's what it is.
Okay. 4.
Most people from Akale are pretty regimented. You think you saw everybody. One or two other people seem to be like letting loose a little bit, so like are either like still at the party or like went off um to their own personal endeavors in some of the other like planet um commons.
No, I think we were like good. I mean, I really didn't go back for very long, but I think everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing. What are we having a party?
I wish that would be great. That would
I
be
can make a
very
party.
fun.
Whatever
You
you're
know,
doing.
actually, that's a great point. How about this? You send me a message to this, I don't know, number frequency. um and I will let you know if I need you to bring the party and where to bring it. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Interesting strategy from the player. Okay.
Okay.
I
Okay.
was like,
On
this
to
is gonna be
you.
such a dramatic start to the episode. That's what I told myself that I was doing today.
We're
As
just
we
making the
hear, as I
conspiracy.
hear Tavora say this too, I'm gonna be like, mention that Bo should bring Clairvo too, just to bring everyone in the
Oh yeah,
big party, big party.
give the phone back to Clara for just a moment, if you please. We'll let you know about the party.
Oh, okay, cool. Here we're gonna have a party. Oh, hang on. I take the sweat, like the towel, and I wipe off. Here you go.
What was that used for?
It just walks out. Straight to the room. I
Fine,
don't
I
know.
don't have skin.
No, that's better than knowing. That's better than knowing.
A party?
Well, okay, so I'm not at liberty to tell you much else, but let's just say, you seem like someone who doesn't like intergalactic messes, probably. So, here's I'm gonna just remember this contact info. Uh, Maybe send me a message. Maybe I'll send one back. And well, if we need cleanup services, and you know maybe want to learn some things,
Yeah, sure.
and let you. Great.
That was. Colette, you hang up mid Clairville about to start complaining.
Valid, understandable. Have a nice day. Tavor's being such a hypocrite right now. It's fine.
Arkesh is tempted, just like this instinctual like needs to please people is tempted to call and like try to soothe that over, but is like, no, I need to focus.
Yeah, I wait for
Yeah.
like a text from Bo to be like, cool, got that, like contact, and then see if like if Calero messages or not.
Can you send pictures through this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I'm just gonna send a selfie. Just like you know, like a bath MySpace bathroom selfie where it's like
Oh, perfect.
Like,
yes.
top down. It's like, hey, that's it.
Are frills
All
out?
up here.
Yeah, I'll show a little frill. You know.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
Oh.
Clairvo just sends a frowny face.
In
Uh,
response,
now?
because I was saying.
No. I don't think it's a group chat.
That
What,
would
have
be
you
the
never had a
funniest way to
landline?
do it.
It's not.
Group chat's gonna be after this is over. Yeah.
Tavora being like somehow being technologically illiterate suddenly, like, oh no, whoops. It's a group chat.
This is what sleepovers were made of in the 90s. This is just connect all the phone lines together.
Just stringing along. No, I think Tavor is like, what am I supposed to do with this? Do I send a picture back?
No, just leave it. Just leave it.
No,
Yes.
just don't worry about
I am
it.
going to
All right.
Send pics.
Yeah, maybe like
Maybe
it.
like it.
that I am expected to go to. I very frankly don't know what's going on here at this point. Please don't let me die, though I am
Right.
strapped as hell right now. So
You are not gonna die. You will be fine. And if not, I will make it so that you are fine. But I think you've got that covered.
Also, my queen will do anything to protect her dog. So if you need a hostage,
Do you think she brought the dog? Did she bring the dog with her? Did anyone see she had the dog with her?
I assume she does. She loves that thing more
I've
than
never seen her
like
without the dog, but you work, yeah.
just a
Okay.
thought. I mean, don't hurt the dog, please. It's a
I
nice dog.
would not ever.
But like, let's put it this way: I saved that dog's life once, and that's how I got where I am today.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel
no,
like
that'll get you pretty far.
your
yeah.
talents are wasted there. Have you ever thought about moving?
No, because I don't know how that works.
Oh,
Well,
it's beautiful.
We can
Probably
discuss
got a better healthcare
poaching
plan.
later. Let's get.
Okay.
right. Sorry. Meeting. Goodbye. And
Give me fruit. Give me fruit.
yeah. Well, no, not yet. Not yet. And
Just
Yeah, I
a
think Cypress
reminder.
goes
I'm
to
just
put
a
her hand
reminder.
in, and then it's like, oh, just kidding. Okay.
yeah, she goes to the meeting. Coming up the elevator, kind of just as she exits the bathroom, is the Duchess, Duchess Sax. And so they greet each other. And Duchess Sax is like, "It's lovely to see you." And Quinn says, "I was just freshening up. Shall we go together?" And they both head to the royal conference room. Now we've reached the inevitable scene in every campaign I run where it's a lot of me talking to myself as a bunch of different people.
Woo!
So yeah,
We'll
hold your applause.
We'll scurry over to the vent.
Yes, yes. To
Can
the
I,
vent.
real fast? What are the chances that Kojin is still awake right now?
High.
Okay.
Very
Can
high.
I send him a quick text? And I'm going to send him. And I don't care if like the others see me do this, like as we're walking. I'm just sending him a quick text. I'm just telling him where we are, and I'm telling him, Bahar is up to something. Stay put. Stay
He
alert.
texts back, "Bahar is always up to something," with that emoji that's like this. You know?
Yeah.
And but then he takes it seriously, and he's like, "I'll stay alert in the common room, let you know if I see or hear anything. Stay safe." Smiley face.
I don't reply. I just keep going.
And then after you don't answer, Kojin texts you, "Wow, no love." Frowny face.
He should be used to it by now. It's fine. I just keep my phone's in silent on my
This is
pocket. I don't
normal.
even read
Yeah,
it. He's
yeah.
left. He's left.
You're on Do Not Disturb. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Me talking to myself time. So, you all gather round the vent. You press your ears to the wall like an old Scooby Doo, episode. In the meeting room, it's a shame you guys didn't get Calervo on this, because Calervo can make the little spy creature. Yeah. In the room, we have Bahar, the Duchess Sax, the Queen of Tomia, and Quinn. You can't see it, but for the audience, I will describe any way they are. Who did we just lose? We just lost May? Okay.
Got taken out.
May's been having a little bit of a in and out tonight.
Okay.
But back.
Okay, cool. Yes, the four of them are at the table, kind of clustered to one end of it, around a tray of tea that has been made in there. The Duchess Sax pours kind of each of them a cup, and they huddle around the table to discuss. The Duchess begins. Quinn, let me be the first to say that I'm so happy that you were able to join us here. We meant to contact you earlier, before all of this was to take place, um, but we intended to work with your mother first. We were unable to make contact with her, and we're glad that you are more amiable to hearing about our ideas. Um, Quinn has positioned herself on the side of the room that you have asked, trying to be as inconspicuous as possible, but she definitely is talking with like a louder bravado than her usual, to try to make sure that you guys at least hear her words. And she says, "Oh, well, the pleasure is all mine to be recognized by other planetary leaders such as yourself, Duchess Sax. Um, you as well, Bahar. I've heard wonderful things about your work on Hegemon and my queen, on Tomia as well. The very classic naming everybody in the room. um, because they're royal, the pleasantries work, and everybody does the thing where they deny how good and amazing they are, even though they do think that they are good and amazing. Um, the Queen of Tomia, she continues. We've been working on something as the games play out. Something of a data collection. And there is, to you guys, do you guys want me to say out loud what's actually happening in the room, or do you not want to know? You just want to hear the audio?
Uh, keep it hidden from us.
All
That's my
right, all
vote.
right, yeah. So there is a like a pause. You're not sure what's happening, but like no one is talking for a moment, um, and the queen's voice continues to explain. Um, we've been collecting this biodata with the help of some of the people in medical here. Tomia helped to develop and provide a lot of the new medical technology, things that they're using to track, um, how people are doing in their fights and things like that. So we have been able to build quite a database here. Feel free to take a look. Um, and there's some more silence. I think, Tavora, in your head, you can like hear what the tap of Quinn's nail sounds like on a slate. You know that noise very well. And her voice speaks up to provide you guys some respite as well. She goes, and you collected all of this. How exactly? I would love to know some more about, how the technology works and what exactly you plan to do with it. I'm sure that it's something that we might be able to implement on Sonata as well. And Bahar speaks, and she says, so there is a thing that they put in your arm. It absorbs into your skin. They use it for the cameras to track you. I don't know if it actually does that or that's just what they say that it does. But really, this kind of takes all the biometrics and it sends it to our base. So everyone who's competed, everyone who's been to medical, and some other people in various circumstances, their data is in here, and we can use it moving forward. It's quite advantageous. Um, and so yeah, Quinn does the good old repeat, and she goes, "Interesting. So it's those things in your arms for the cameras that collect this. I never would have suspected that. How clever." um, and they sort of continue to chit chat. The Duchess says, Verilily has been on the forefront of various strategies for data collection for a number of centuries at this point, but this was my largest undertaking. Um, I want these planets that prioritize like-minded thinkers, feminine leadership to rise to the top. And we see you, Quinn, as a potential ally in that scenario. All we have to do is to continue to ascertain as much of this information as possible throughout the last 2 games, and we will divide it accordingly when everyone departs. Does that seem fair to you? And she says, it's an honor that you would all consider me to be a worthy ally of yours. I would be happy to help bolster Sonata's reputation. And she says, this isn't sort of the thing that you have contracts for, but if you'd like to go over this informal sort of agreement just to make sure that you're aware of everything that's going on. And then there's like kind of like a lull of silence. I want to give you guys an opportunity to talk to each other. Now, if you'd like, there's like a lull of silence as those details are being gone over.
Well, shit.
Well, what in the... That's a lot of data. What exactly? What could they possibly need that for?
On Hegemon, we, not with people, to be very clear here, but with plants and certain animals, will use scientific technology to make it more resistant to the cold, but not sentient beings.
That is just a supreme amount of medical data that you were not supposed to share. You are not supposed to take. There are so many breaches. So many breaches. I have one of those.
I'm planning on getting one of those tomorrow. Put it in me. Well, I think, yeah, Arkesh kind of just like, nothing we can do to stop them at this exact moment. We'll reconvene with Quinn as soon as they're done and plan from there. This isn't something that they could have done alone. Someone had to have helped them.
Yes. And Quinn's voice reemerges from the vent as the documents they're finished reviewing whatever documents they were looking at. And she says, this sounds all to plan. So this individual that I am looking for, Belfry, I don't think I've met her. So what does she look like, and where should I be looking for her during the next tournament? And they begin to describe a woman who is on the committee staff for the tournament. She's sort of like kind of plain sounding, nothing like, she doesn't have like a crazy hair color or anything like that. She's a mid-sized woman. She wears the clothing from this department, that kind of thing. And they let her know that she makes her rounds while the competitors are usually setting up and having their like cameras set up before each game, so they're able to find her down there. And she says, excellent. I look forward to meeting her, and again, I appreciate the invitation. It was lovely to make all of your acquaintance less formally. There's some light teacup clinking. And the Duchess says, on that, I'd like to get my sleep before the debates. Perhaps I'll see all of you in the morning. Good night, ladies. And she sees herself out. The footsteps go back down the hall, down the elevator. Quinn waits out everybody else to leave, and then sneaks back to the bathroom, peeks inside to see y'all, and visibly relaxes. And like, I think she straight up like just sits down on the ground. Like she just sits down on the floor. That's what she says. She says,
I think as she's like going down to the ground, like I throw something under her. Like you don't gotta be sitting on bathroom floor. Okay.
I'll just sit down
No,
next
no,
to
we're in
her
a
at that
conference
point.
room.
Conference
Not a
room floor.
bathroom.
Still a floor. Fair though.
I mean,
Oh,
crisscross
great,
applesauce. We're just gonna sit,
Yeah.
you know.
So.
Quick question. Not to flex on the other people. I mean, obviously Quinn's also like royalty and stuff, but as like Arkesh was like deeply involved in this process and like the games with Hegemon, right?
Yeah.
Do I know Belfry at all? Have I heard her name? Like, how important is she on the like list, right, of organizers?
So she is not necessarily like a big organizer. She's like an insider for this like operation. However, those of you who have competed in a like in one of the games thus far, now that you know her description, you kind of might be able to place who she is. Like you've seen her around during that technical period. You can also, because there is like a staff directory, you can put her name into the directory and like take a look at what she looks like.
Okay, thank you. So we have
Not a girl
few
power thing.
options. Not what kind of a girl power thing?
It's definitely a girl power thing, but in an unethical kind of way.
Like a Margaret Thatcher kind of way?
Yeah, that I didn't. Wow, right after St. Patrick's Day. Hard.
I'm not gonna say it.
I saved a meme about this, which I will share with you guys afterwards.
But I'm wondering. Sorry, Princess.
Yeah, it's definitely a girl power thing, but it's not. It's like kind of a little cuckoo. They have like a database, those things that they've been using for the cameras and in medical have been pulling everyone's like biological data, and from what it seems like to me, like I wasn't born yesterday, it looks like they're going to use it to like inflate insurance prices and do a bunch of stuff that benefits their own planetary governments to try to bolster them economically over the others. There is some deep anti-Karavik sentiment in those documents. They want those people to go down.
Okay, so racist and I feel like throwing up.
It's not, I have to say, it's not like a racist thing. It's like they've had way more time than us to be good, and that's not fair.
Almost anti-planet.
It's anti-planet. It's like the whole planet. Yeah.
It's a new level of anti-racism. It's worse almost.
Oh God, I did not mean to reinvent fantasy racism.
Classism, race, a lot of isms are connected. So like, it's
I feel like this is
I don't think
capitalism's
it's
fault.
like a 1-to-1.
So that's kind of the
let's
big
all blame
issue.
capitalism.
I can't.
I think that's
I think Arkesh is just gonna be like, but why we don't. Hegemon's doing fine for ourselves. We don't need this. Oh, my stupid sister. Um, did they, Princess Quinn? Did they give you anything to hold on to in terms of something we could use as proof or documentation that this is happening? Right now, all we have is hearsay, and to be honest, with this sort of a conspiracy, I could see them disappearing a few people, even. And he kind of gestures between him and Quinn, like, if we don't handle this right.
Well,
I mean, y'all are
I have
royals.
this,
I'm nobody.
and she holds up her comm, which has been recording for the last 40 minutes.
Okay.
Oh God, you're beautiful and brilliant.
Thank you. So are you?
Hey, you're friends with the
No,
MC
I mean
here,
we're
right?
whatever. It's nothing.
Oh, I see.
Arkesh
Understood.
mentally is. Am I the
Point
only single
being.
person here? Mentally, just.
Yeah, I think Javor's like, yeah, I know that one. Anyways,
It's whatever, like bright red face, just like it's fine. We know who each other are. You're the weird one.
you could say that.
So there's still 2 more games happening, which means that
There's 2 more
Belfry is
days.
going to have 2 more opportunities to, how should we say, tag people. It's at least 2 more days. If we can get the recording is useful, but in intergalactical space court, they tend to like as much information as possible, especially considering who's involved with this. We're gonna need something more.
Well, some of us literally have evidence.
You have something in you that you agree to put into you. We need proof that the data is being taken by parties who shouldn't have access to it.
Most things have a two-way street.
We need to find whatever local source they're using to upload to this database.
I could ask Hawthorne.
If you think that it won't put either of you in danger.
I mean, I'm for sure in danger just knowing this and being of my status. But I also don't like what's happening.
Do
And I
we
don't think
think
they would either.
do we also think that, not to stereotype that someone who is more mechanical must be good at mechanical things, but do we think that Cuervo would be able to help maybe track down something like that, investigate it further? They would have a vested interest since this is something that's affecting their planet.
I think at the very least they've participated in the games, and so have people from their envoy. If there's anyone from over that side to talk to. Well, that's kind of our only contact that I know of at the moment, so.
I think that we should all go to sleep.
I mean, I'm gonna get a snack first, but yeah.
Really
no,
quickly,
that's
before you all leave. Okay, so talking to DM real fast.
Mm.
As someone who's, as we keep mentioning, a member of a royal family and everything, I imagine that there is some way on my phone to make like an encrypted, super secure group chat.
Probably. Yeah, you're royalty, so you can invite everyone into the royalty only Discord server, sure. Like yeah.
I'm gonna just make just an unnamed chat with us in it. And I'm
No,
just
it's
gonna
not a real chat unless it has a ridiculous name.
He doesn't name it, someone else is gonna rename it, and
Okay.
that's fine. That's up to them. But I am Arkesh is like, this is a encrypted, secure line. It also comes with diplomatic privileges. Let's try not to abuse this too heavily. I really shouldn't be technically using my powers to do this, but
Hey, Arkesh, we're way past like rules, so it's okay. I know this
sure.
might
But
hurt
I
you,
still
but
need to go home after this.
yeah,
To look my
true.
parents in the eyes. after this.
Fair.
Anyway, this would be for communication. Now, I'm also planning on participating in the debate. I can't back down from that now, even knowing what we know. But perhaps then I can see if I spot Belfry do anything suspicious. I'll let the rest of you know.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing that 0G thing. I feel less inclined to want to participate now, but I also don't have a choice.
You get
So,
well, I'd say you could get sick, but then you'd go to med bay, which would just result in the same issue.
plus, we've already faked sick for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd also like everyone to think back how a bunch of people got food poisoning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, no.
That was a toot of my own horn. I just had to get it out.
Yeah.
Hey, remember that plot hook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go, Max.
Yeah. So, which really wasn't even a thing until May was actually sick and missed an episode. I'm gonna say you guys can start up your royal group chat and do whatever you want to do. It's like the middle of the night and the debate is in the morning. I would like to take a break real time and we can reconvene for the debate and whatever else you guys might want to do while that is taking place afterwards. Does that sound good?
Yep.
All right. We will be back shortly. I need Cole Drake. Don't give them too many ideas, okay? Come in my DMs. Don't tell them. we will be right back.
I got you, Drake. I already
Hello, everyone. While we were away, I was eating Girl Scout cookies. Now, we are back. The morning has come, and it is debate day. I'd like us to form two metaphorical lines. One for people that are actually gonna do debate stuff, and one for people that are opting to not do debate stuff and instead are doing investigative sneaky stuff. Raise your hand if you are in team 1. Raise your hand if you are in team 2.
I don't know where I'm going.
Yeah, that is okay. Starting with team 2, because I want to figure out where all y'all are as this sets up. What are you doing today? You can go in any order that you would like.
I think that kind of depends on if we're bringing in Clairvaux on this shindig.
For what it's worth, Arkesh would definitely be like, talk to Cuervo, do it, talk to them, get them in here, you know, like, yeah.
Me finally responding to the frowny face with like smiley face. Cleanup time.
I think just that, like, no.
Breakfast. See you there.
Okay, yeah. I definitely think it takes that second message to get any response out of Clairvaux.
Clairvaux's already done with our shit. Like, they have
Yeah.
just fully been like, oh, okay.
It's all downhill from here, buddy. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I feel like towards the weird gap of like I've been done with everything, and now I get to be weird about it, and I'm dragging you with me, you other tired person who's done with people's shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like I still have responsibilities, but probably in like a common space where like people are getting food and things, I can get like a little bit always as is or isn't necessary.
I'm muted. You can still have a reasonably private conversation and like stop and deal with people as they come to you. I don't think that that's a huge issue.
Yeah.
Right.
So wait, remind me, what is it? It's like coffee, blood,
Diesel.
diesel. Okay,
yeah.
Great. Coffee, blood, diesel. I go hang out by the coffee, blood, diesel, and wait for Clairvaux to show up.
CBD. Yeah, Clairvaux will just like come over to you and just be like, what was all of that about?
It's a bit of a long story, but the synopsis is girl boss gaslight gatekeep, but with a lot of medical information, which I assume you don't really have, which they don't seem to like.
No. I go to an engineer, not a doctor. Okay. The synopsis did raise some questions, like, what do you mean?
Mm-hmm. Here's the deal. Before I try to explain more of this, are you in or are you out?
If it's a conspiracy against my people, I'm in.
Great. I don't do I have the means to add Clairvaux to the secret group chat? Or is that something I have to go sneak over to?
I I feel like
feel
that's a question for Elliot. Yeah.
No, so I feel like what you can do is just like text the group chat and be like, "Hey, this is like the number to add," and then I can add it. But I imagine that like Arkesh has to be the one to add.
Okay, great. You're like
So that happens, yeah.
yeah, you're like you're it. I'm like okay, cool. And I just I'm like Baron.
Cool. And then I add Cuervo to our super secret group chat, which I just assume at this point someone has named it super secret group chat, and every time Arkesh tries to change it back, it just gets changed to super secret group chat.
Yeah,
He's
every
given
time
up.
you're trying, they're adding a new super.
Yeah, he's given up.
Cypress is doing it.
Okay.
Oh, Max, I think you're muted again.
Max isn't in the super secret group chat. That's why.
Do you think God stays in heaven because he's created?
Here we are once again.
I was gonna say the name has to like keep getting continually more and more ridiculous. So by now it's like Agents of the Unlimited Diesel Buffet or something, and like it's still the morning.
And a lot of like 100 emojis for no reason.
A lot like fire emoji, yeah.
God.
I'm gonna get out of this debate, and it's gonna be unreadable. Just.
Good luck, Godspeed with that one. I think someone Cypress and I might be on see what the fuck is going on duty during the next event.
All
If
right.
you'd like to join us.
Sure. You still haven't. I said I was in, and then I got no follow-up information.
Something lack of consent, something scalping, like a lot of biodata, like all of it. Something become the most powerful economic planets in the little alliance we have here and ice you out.
Okay. You know, there was a part of me that figured because this was a sporting event, it wouldn't be that intense.
These people don't know how to be not intense. Let's be real.
That's fair. Okay. I'm most certainly in if they're trying to do whatever they plan to do with my planet. I'll help you to investigate.
Okay.
I was gonna ask, is this when Bo shows up?
Bozeman drinking the diesel.
Bo comes up and just like roulette, like just picks a drink and just goes for it.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, you. Yeah. Sorry there wasn't a party.
It's okay. I mean, next time just know I can bring one. So like if you need the party to start, you can just ask me, but that's cool. What are you doing? No?
Coffee.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what this is, but it's pretty good. It's good.
Yeah.
Cutting
I'm
over
curious.
to Elliot. So, Arkesh is preparing for the debate. You still have a little bit of time, but because like the official order was, announced yesterday for the rest of the games, you know that it's coming. You can kind of prepare yourself, and kind of like towards the end of this breakfast time where these other folks are conversing, you are pulled to get your camera stuff done. Um, I don't know if you want to look around, how you want to act. Any different than usual, let me know. If not, things will just proceed as standard.
I think that Arkesh is playing up the curious noble and is asking, like, so what is this step? So what is the purpose of this one? Is this a disinfectant? How do you know if it works properly? How does the signal transmit? Just lots of like, just honestly, like, not too weird of questions, right? But it's just constant.
Yeah. So the underpaid like AV tech
Yep,
that
yep.
you are paired with at first is like kind of excited that someone is taking an interest in their job. Um and they're like, I don't even remember what the first question you asked. There were so many of them.
Yeah,
Um
I'm just asking everything about how this process works.
Well, basically, it gives like a signal that matches a signal that we teach the cameras. So then the camera knows to go to like the thing that's calling its name rather than one of the other ones. So that way it is able to follow you.
So when you say taught, is that a literal sense? Is this some kind of like process you have to actually take over span of years? It's more of a programming term.
No, I mean a programming. Just not everybody knows that, you know.
So for the programming, what happens if one of the signals were to be confused? How do you know that you're not overwriting the same signal, right? You're not giving two people the same one or something too similar.
Well, we would, if something's, started picking up the wrong signal, then we'd have, too many cameras on one person. So it would show in our feeds and we would know that it got screwed up.
Is there but like I mean, you seem very intelligent, and everyone here is doing such a great job. I don't even imagine how you're keeping track of all of this. But is there some kind of like book in which you keep a note to make sure that you don't override signals, right?
Um, I mean, yeah, the people that actually programmed the cameras, they have, all of their data stored, but that's way above my pay grade, man.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. I'm sure that it's just, locked away in some kind of server room or something, right? In, like the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, server room somewhere.
Oh, that'd be shame. I'd love to check it out at some point. See it for myself. Do you think they ever do, I don't know, like a tour or something like that?
For you, I'm sure I can take your contact and I can let my supervisors know to see if there's something that they can do.
Yeah, of course. I will hand that information
Yeah,
over. And I've just this poor tech. This is like probably how the rest of the conversation goes for as long as this poor person is stuck with me.
that's okay. Um, all right, so we're gonna get the debate started up. Um, it's time for our
Oh,
Danganronpa arc.
actually, oh,
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say real fast. As soon as I have a moment, I'm going to text our group chat really quickly. I'm gonna pull up the group chat, sigh at the new name that the group chat has. I'm gonna text it really quickly, saying each of the injections has some sort of a signal. Perhaps if we can track the signal, we can see how they're picking the data up.
Cypher just send back the 100 emoji.
Someone changes the group chat name to Digital Storm Chasers.
Gosh darn it.
Nice, my girl. Something. We do some really weird blood work and or hacking. Something. We find a signal.
Okay. You all know what's going on. We're going to move into the debates. Everybody close Blades in the Dark and open Deadly Revelations. It's time. I am kidding. That is a Danganronpa tabletop adaptation game. Okay, so going into the debates, they're gonna like give a topic, and there's gonna be kind of like in the way that like kids do Model UN. There's gonna be like a scoring, and there is a public element to this, which is exciting for everyone. In which the opinions of the audience, like who is able to sway the people watching, has an effect on your overall score. So you're going to be rolling, those participating are going to be rolling with like a logical stat, like study, probably study or survey. And you're also going to be rolling with a social stat, sway, to try to like in a charisma kind of fashion get the audience on your side. Bo, are you actually gonna try to do the debate? They're not gonna let you, but
Yeah, no. Well, if I have no reason to be there, I'm not gonna. So, and I haven't had a reason. So Bo's probably just gonna sit there and cheer on whoever is in there.
okay, cool. Like your votes, like this is like, the audience participation is like your votes still matter. So you want everybody American Idol style dialing in for for your nation. The topic of the debate, let me do Hawthorne narration. So Hawthorne, as usual, descends down from some faraway place into the arena, without any formal announcement, but the crowd finds its way to a hush, and they say good morning, and a lot of people in the crowd actually say good morning back. It's really loud. It's cute. I say, it's wonderful to see all your smiling faces today. I did miss you all. And even though we had a lovely time last night getting to know our victors, our competitors, our envoys, it's come time for the intergalactic debate. And the folks on the team and I have decided that a little bit of a history lesson is in order. The debate is one of the original contests, all the way from the very first intergalactic tournament, back when it was much more poorly organized, and actually took place on planets rather than on a station. The debate would always encompass every single planet participating. Back then, you didn't have to participate in every event. You could pick and choose what you wanted to infuse yourself into. But everyone would participate in the debate. Back then, they would have a week's time to prepare all of their talking points and present to a panel of 5. The popular vote aspect, in which you all will notice voting devices set up, kind of built into your chairs. You are welcome to use those to put in your votes at the end of the debate today. That was introduced nearly 300 years later, after the first games, as the technology had developed, to measure crowds' decibel level. So people quite literally cheered for their winner back then. We've got a whole lot of you here today, and while you're more than welcome to cheer, we're afraid that we can't quite measure all of your claps. So make sure to put your votes in, pay close attention, and I'm happy to introduce our debaters today. You're all brought up to a nearly closed circle. You can all see each other. There is like the judge panel sitting like slightly below, like at the open part of the circle. The topic of the debate is it's like energy use in extended time travel. So things like jumps, like jumps and portaling. It is like the debate is like what is and is not quote unquote ethical in terms of energy that we can harness to continue to use and further that technology. I'm not actually going to make you debate this, Elliot, especially because it is not real. You are welcome to
I
make up
was
a
gonna
spiel.
just sit here and start like saying things coming out of my mouth, so thank you for stopping me.
You are welcome to start spitting, but you do not have to. I would not make you do that.
I do think, Hegemon's probably really good at that though, because we have to travel pretty far to get anywhere.
Yes,
So
I did have you in mind. I really wanted to throw you a bone.
we need it. We're like fourth. We're not doing well.
It's really hard to beat the Karavik Akale Accidental Alliance.
Yeah.
Speaking of some other folks that you might recognize from the other planets who are debating, from does anyone, I'm gonna say from any of y'all's planets, because I don't want to choose for you, does anyone have like a particular NPC champion in mind that's been mentioned in the past, or like an NPC of yours that's been waiting in your head for this moment? Okay, cool. So some of the familiar faces that you see is from Karavik. It is Janus, who's been pretty level-headed among the vampires this entire time. I will give this useless bit of knowledge, mostly for Holly. Long before like Janus was a vampire, they were a lawyer. So this is they've been waiting for this for hundreds of years. Also, you recognize the Verilily representative is from their envoy. It is another like royal member from their leadership. Let the games begin. Let's start
boy.
off. All right, let me get a lot of d6s out for these NPCs. All right, that one will be Janus's. That's going to be everyone else's. First thing we're going to do is a study roll for your level of preparedness on the topic. Okay.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I have 1 point in study, which means I roll one
die. Just one die.
Okay.
Yeah. The NPCs are not doing hot right now.
Oh boy. Well, good news then. I rolled a 2.
Okay.
I was really tired in my defense. I just spent all of last night uncovering a huge conspiracy involving my sister. So
hey, that's why Quinn said that you should go to bed. Yeah. Okay. So all right, I have it. Let me be smart and write down scores again. We have you said you rolled a 2.
2.
Right? Is 2. Then we have okay. So you are at about like a middling level of preparedness on this topic, because obviously this is something that people from your planet know a lot about, but you in particular are not you are not an engineer.
Yeah.
So you are not as prepared as some others. I'm missing a planet name. What am I missing here? Okay. 1, 2, 3. No, I'm still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Keeping track of 8 planets worth of stuff is hard. No wonder that they pay people to keep scores at games and stuff like that. It's hard. Who am I? Oh, that's who I'm missing. Okay. All right. Next, we are going to move into the like actual debate portion. I am open to you as players, I'm open to your, I can't think of the word, opinion on fairness. Whether this should be a sway role as well, or this should be like a more academic role.
I'd love it to be a sway roll.
All right, let's
personally.
let's let it be a sway roll. Do people want to roll for their planets now that I have it set up? All right, just roll, because I'm rolling 1d6 for the NPCs. So just roll 1d6 for your planet and let me know how it goes.
Jesus Christ. This is with advantage, by the way, y'all.
Oh, goody.
You could take 2 stress and join
Can
me.
I take stress?
Yeah, you can take
How
stress.
do I okay, then I roll again?
Hold on, I have the rules up here.
Yeah.
Give me a
I
second.
think it's just 1 extra.
Yeah, to push yourself takes you stress, and yeah, you get a bonus
Okay,
die.
I'm gonna push myself.
So you just roll the extra die, yeah.
Well, I already rolled 2 die.
Okay.
So I'm rolling a 3rd die. Okay. It's still a 3.
Okay, not awful.
I have 2 stress. How many stress can you get up to again? When does it max out? I don't have that written down.
9. I have 4.
It's
9?
hot.
Okay. All right.
It goes pretty high.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did everyone else get for their planets?
Sorry.
Can you
3 for
I have to write, so
Sonata.
say your numbers out loud, please.
3 for Sonata.
Okay.
Karavik got 4.
Tamia also got 4.
Okay.
I got 5.
You got 5. Okay, cool.
3.
To tell you the truth, you are like pretty much even keel with a lot of the other planets. Verilily is kind of like expectedly pulling ahead in their preparedness for this. If they were going to be good at one thing, this was it. And it is working. They are very prepared for this debate and taking like a clear lead. Fantasy Florida is failing so miserably with the current record of snake eyes. Okay, so now we're going to do another sway roll. This one is going to be for the audience's opinion. So it is going to actually affect your like overall score more heavily than the other 2 rolls.
Okay, I got a 5.
All right. All right, everybody else. Okay.
I
Who
also
else?
got a 2.
A 2 for Topia.
4 for Sonata.
Nice.
Although I'm fine with a 2. I'm cheering for Arkesh, so like
I really want Arkesh to win.
yeah.
It would be
Yeah,
unfortunately,
same.
it would be a little funny if he just like ate it on like the one thing. He's like, I'm really good at this. I'm gonna do better than my sister. Just
Oh,
eats
Last.
it.
oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh no! Someone. Oh no! Someone gave a +2 to a player roll in the chat.
no.
Oh, who did that? Oh shit!
Who could have possibly?
Oh wow!
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
Wow, it's never. Who could have seen that coming?
I got a 5, by the way. Again.
Wait. Oh, nice. Okay. So. Okay. Would you like to use your +2 now?
You know, it sounds like probably a good idea.
Okay, so that will take you from a 5 to a 7 technically. And then I need to do the NPC numbers. Okay, so let's do that, and that. Okay. Math break.
Math break.
While this is going down, the people who are trying to watch for hinky stuff during the debates, you are welcome to make your roles, whether you would be surveying, whether you are actually like leaving and looking around. Let me know what you want to do in your like investigation phases while this debate is going on.
I feel like I would be. I think she's trying to look for like not knowing a whole lot about technology. Like, are there cables somewhere that all lead to the same place? Because she's already been missing from one event, and I think it would look real iffy if she was missing from a second one.
So you want to hunt around like where the cables go, like within your envoy's, area.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. I will ignore you if you insert a cursed object into my game right now. I'm half kidding. Half. Let me. You can do a study or survey. Take your pick for the wires, May.
It is. Okay. 6.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
With
pink dice.
a 6, you there are these voting, these voting like screen things. Knowing what you know, it definitely like rings a bell to you. The wires are a little hefty. What I think is like most realistic about this is like you send a picture of it into Ace Attorney Masters Edition group chat, and Quinn, who is familiar with a lot of wiring from like her pilot's training, is like they shouldn't need that like for just like base Wi-Fi like collection of votes. If you're gonna touch it, wear a glove or cover your hand.
I think they respond immediately like, was not planning to touch. Might consider it now.
All right. Anyone else who's doing investigative things?
Are we near? I guess, well, actually, you sent that picture into the group chat, and Quinn responded with, "Don't touch it." Now, I have maybe a little less to worry about.
You do have less to worry about in this department.
If I start looking around, do I see these cables as well?
Yeah, they're yeah. You can know what you're looking for, and makes it easier. You literally have a photo, so I think it would be hard for you to miss.
I mean, it's hard because I kind of want to just follow them, but like, now that it's like don't touch them. I is there like actual security around?
You
Like,
guys
does
have
the station have its own security?
Yeah, they have like their own security officers, but like most royalty would find it insulting to be like constantly like bussed around by security of like a venue. So
Mhm.
all of the envoys like have their own security. Like Tavora is considered like
Yeah.
is half considered security by Sonata's envoy. And that kind of thing. Like everybody has their own guards. Arkesh's family has their own guards. It's like individual.
Okay, then I'm gonna make a stupid move.
Okay. Sure.
I'm gonna grab one of these cables and tug towards me,
Okay.
like away from wherever they're leading, just to see what would happen.
Okay.
Power just goes out the whole stadium. Arkesh is in the middle of a beautiful, elegant
Don't tempt
speech
me.
about
Don't
energy
tempt me.
conservation.
You tug the wires.
I have a
They-
different idea if that's too stupid.
It's not too stupid. It's pretty realistic from what I know about all people who have ever lived. Pretty much.
It's like finding a giant tree root and being like, but what if I yanked?
Yeah. Yeah, for real. You tug the wires. They are like sturdy down like into the floor of like your envoy's box. It's not like all gonna unravel. This is like a very clear
Mhm.
system. But like they do feel firm. Like it's not like plugged into like a dingy outlet like beneath the floor. It doesn't like get unplugged easily. Like it's in
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
All right. This is gonna be my last call of things that are happening during the debate before I announce the winners.
I think Tavor is just. I assume Tavor has to kind of be in like a public eye space, like a little bit. I think it's keeping an eye on the group chat. Yeah, I guess I don't know if there's like anything like I could do from nearby to Quinn's side. I'm not like any like medical knowledge I could try to like look back to like dealing with like frequencies and like
Yeah, you can roll a study to see if
tracking.
you can like assess the full situation and see if you figure anything out while you think on the subject.
Okay. That is a solid
A
4.
4. So you think back to some of your medical training. The tech here is different than what is like typically used on Sonata. It's not like more or less advanced. It's just you can speak English, you can speak Mandarin, you can speak Greek. They're all full languages. They're just different. Um, but the kind of like the basics of it are there, and what you end up pulling from is not necessarily your medical training, but the idea of like how a clinic, how an infirmary, how like a medical facility is run. And you jot down a few ideas regarding like how this information would have to like come together to be stored, and like what points of it like they might be focusing on, so you might later be able to attempt to remove it based on like where in the body it might be targeting. That I think is what I can give you on a 4. We will return to that like next time because I don't have any further specific answers regarding that stuff that we'll get to today.
Sounds good.
Last call. I said this last time. Last call for things happening during the debate. Okay. So there is some time where the audience is allowed to vote. Elliot, do you have any of Arkesh's final address to the audience, perhaps, about your feelings? Not mandatory, but if you'd like a moment.
Arkesh's, closing statement is just, in summary, the field of energy use and extended travel was really pioneered by Hegemon as we set forth and set our sights to the stars that glowed just like the icy crystals in our home. And just like we had conquered the vast icy deserts on Hegemon, we also set forth to explore and meet the people out in the stars. And we did so at first recklessly, without care and concern for what we were leaving behind. But the farther we went from our home, the more we realized that we had to hold it dear in our hearts, and that any goal out in the frontiers of space could not be achieved by sacrificing what we were leaving behind. Something like
That's
that.
beautiful. Impassioned. Wonderful.
I love giving
Um,
speeches about topics I don't know and don't exist.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to do.
Bullshitting is a talent. There's like a 10-minute voting and like vote tally gap. And Hawthorne comes out to announce the results. And they go, this one was really a doozy. We had some close voting, some amazing arguments from our competitors. Please give them another hand. And the audience cheers. He goes, I'm happy to announce coming out on top with a total of 19 tallied debate points from our judges and audience alike is Hegemon, representative Prince Arkesh. All the Hegemon, folks in the audience are so happy that there's finally a win. I don't think the Hegemon crowd is like as loud as necessarily like a Kale has been or like Baruch, but like they break out the spirit today. And your sister somewhere up in the box, you can feel her eyes from there. Unhappy. Following in places for anyone else curious, tying for second were Verilily and a Kale, actually, because Serenity rolled very well. Followed by Sonata, followed by also tied Baruch and Karavik. Janus flopped. My rolls for them flop. Or no, I only did the first roll. That was otherwise Holly's fault. And then last place, Geroncourt. Really been flopping these entire games. If you all
What
want to
about me?
Oh, sorry. Tomia was in the middle there. I totally skipped over it. I'm sorry.
I was like,
Tomia ended up with 12 points total. So higher. You're higher than Karavik and Baruch, but lower than Sonata.
Okay, we'll take it.
Okay. So I'm going to add the points to your totals. I will announce the standings, and we can call it a day, and we'll do the final contest and all of the closing stuff afterwards. Just give me a moment to transfer the scores.
Arkesh is checking the group chat and like scrolling back on it and trying to decipher what was happening.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
He's backstage and scrolling, and like the problem is also, I imagine, because this is televised, his phone is blowing up with notifications of like people trying to congratulate him. So every time he's like back reading, he's got like another like notification showing up. It's
turn on do not
There's
disturb.
Like an error. There's an error where every time you get a new message, it changes. It like puts you back to the beginning of the thread that you're trying to
That's
read.
evil.
It's gonna take forever.
For real?
Rule.
Allegro, come on.
This is an evil I've personally experienced.
Remind
My
me to
phone is
never be
never-
one of your games if you're gonna bring that to this.
That kind of dark magic, yeah.
I do actually think that Clairvo did vote for Arkesh.
Oh,
That's so cute.
that would mean so much to him. Here's the
I
thing,
think
that means so
Clairvo's
much
like checking the cables and then like is like listening and then just slowly gets up and just like does the thing where you like type without looking and just presses the hegemon button.
Oh, Cypress for sure voted for Arkesh, like 100%.
Yeah.
Was like, I'm a vote for my boy. Like
That closing
Okay.
argument was really good. So worth it.
Okay, so as we come towards a close of the penultimate episode of the show with 4 out of 5 contests completed, in the lead by honestly a large, difficult to reach margin is a Kale. In my like overall point system, which is slightly complicated but basically descending points from 7 to 0 from first to last place after you like get games, but then the individual game scoring has also been different for everyone, and then I translated over. Yeah, so Akale has 21 points in my like tally. The next closest, like the second place right now, is in a tie between Karavik and Sonata. They both have 16 points. Yeah, so the margin is big. Trailing right behind them is another tie now. Couldn't have wrote this myself if I tried. Is another tie between Tomia and Hegemon. Then another. I don't know how it ended up in so many ties. How did it end up in so many ties? Then Durancourt and Vera Lily are in a tie, and Baruch is in last. So those are the standings moving into the 0G obstacle arena. There is much to think about, much to investigate, and only one more day left to do it. So let me have my players tell you where you can find them in the meanwhile before our last episode is to take place. May. Where can we
Oh, yes, me. Hi, my name is May. You can find me on the internet as Maybe Mayhem. You can also find me on my podcast that I do with my friend Mary Kate called Socially Plagued. It's a podcast where we complain about stuff and just talk about nonsense. It's a lot of fun. You can find out where all good pods are casted. And yeah, and you'll see me here next week. Can't wait.
Yay. All right, who's next? Holly, you were next on my.
All right. Holly. You can find me on Twitter at roxasbuddy. Or not .com. And you can find me on itch.io, HL Black, where you can buy my games. I'm tinkering with a couple others, but I'm taking it slow as I'm becoming a homeowner.
Hooray. Allegro.
Hello. I've been your doc, Tavora. I am usually alluring Allegro on Twitch, and the Blue Sky and the Twitter and the Itch. You can find me playing a variety of different games, with and without my friends. So come hang out.
All right. Elliot.
Hello, I am Elliot. You can find me at Elliot Tabletop on Twitter and Blue Sky. And I can actually officially announce I'm going to be part of a Magic Academy actual play coming out in April, so that's pretty exciting.
Yay.
Yeah. I can't really announce anything else yet, I think, but I'm gonna be there.
Awesome. And that leaves Serenity.
Hi, I'm Serenity. You can find me all over the internet as ClickLaxNack. I do cool stuff. Stuff happens. And check out my Twitter. That's where it normally shows.
Yeah. I am Max. You can find me anywhere that I want you to find me on the internet at Arcane Goth. I'm trying to think if I have anything that I am allowed to announce, but I like Loki also. Don't think that I can. Oh, I do have one thing that I can announce. I did one of the like promo games for Love is in the Cards by Weave Games. My episode is airing on the 24th of April on Dungeons and Dragons, so you can watch that when it comes out. I'm really looking forward to it airing, and then beyond that, I can't really announce anything. I'm playtesting my game in the market right now. We're finishing up our first round of playtests. Holly is there. Holly joined the playtest before I knew who they were. Then this game started, but then we didn't start the playtest until last week. And then I looked in the channel and I was like, oh, wait a minute. So that was really exciting and fun for me. Another round will open up soon after I make the edits. I don't know when that's going to happen. Everybody stay safe. Don't have your biodata collected by slightly evil headmistress duchesses. And I'll see you next week.
Woo!
I think we're here forever.
I have many nightmares sometimes that AJ will actually be gone if I decide to end the episode. Is that happening right now?
I think this
Yeah.
counts as the post-credits scene, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
All
the
right.
post-credit
So
scene.
everyone just gets to be here now while I talk about random stuff because that's what happens after we play.
How your soap? No, what are the shows that you watch? Crap,
Oh
I
my
forgot
god!
the name of
So
all of them.
I missed a bunch of shows because I was away on vacation, and then we had like a huge backlog when we got back on the DVR. So my mom and I like every night have sat down. We had to go through like 3 episodes of Survivor, 2 episodes of The Bachelor. We watched Deal or No Deal Island yesterday.
That's so
everyone's gonna
wild.
sit through this now. And there's still like so much of it. Like I feel like it never diminishes, like because there's so much of it. Oh, so Nightbot is here. Okay. So why don't you end the episode, Nightbot?
Hang on. Give me a second. I have AJ's number. Give me a second. I'll just call.
Oh, I also have AJ's number.
Everyone just
It's
call
full
AJ.
circle. We're going back to the calling
AJ.
sing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Give me just a second. I'm gonna call AJ.
Oh,
I'm gonna turn off my
Wait, we heard AJ.
captions though.
Oh, AJ is here.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Should we start waving again, or? Okay.
Bye.